Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Azagai here, bringing you another video for Conqueror's Blade Polished by Forest Interactive. This is going to be a new update log for January 24th, not the 23rd, so this is going to be pushed a day back. And if you guys did happen to see the other video, um, really sorry. Uh, Sometimes I don't check my audio settings, and then it just goes like I'm going to just for some reason the default communication the default defaults to some weird MAC address, and I'm always just really confused why things just don't work instantly when I plug it in. And it was just one of those situations. Anyway, let me just rush through this because I'm going to speed run this because I know everything that's going to happen. Anyway, so as you know, it's not going to be on the 23rd, Thursday. We're going to have it on the Friday, on the 24th. So APAC has January 24th to at 1400 hours, 1700 hours UTC plus 8. EU slash AMS is 24 to 0700 to 1000 UTC plus 1. Bronze coin times 8000, 300 honor, and 15 unit medals. We have the abundant activities benefit blessings of the new year. So as you know, Chinese New Year is going to be on the 28th, I believe. This is the video. Enjoy. There we go. Obviously, it's going to be the year of the snake. And as we saw, very few interesting things in that. Anyway, so we have the New Year's Great Sign-In Gifts. It goes from the 24th of January to the 13th of February after and before maintenance. They're telling us that we're gonna get 30 treatises just by signing in. That's great. Congratulations, the new year. Um, Congratulating the new year. Solve the new year painting puzzle. So blah 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 blah. During the event, participate in New Year's sign-ins, onslaught, siege battles, and other activities to obtain New Year's painting fragments. Use these fragments to solve the New Year's painting puzzle. Finish 4 New Year's painting to win the Iron Reaper's attire tradition's power. Goes from January 24th after maintenance to February 13th before maintenance. Purchase of New Year's painting fragments will be open on February 7th at midnight. And as you can see, this is a image of the attire as we saw it up before. Really hilarious to get a lantern flail and what looks to be like an iron fish as a sword. Really, really fun gag armor. I don't like gag armors because it breaks my immersion, but because this is so thematically like it is so thematically consistent, it kind of works, which is hilarious. Endless fireworks and red envelope rain. So during the Spring Festival, red envelopes will rain down every hour in Regionopolis, Conqueror City, Daishen, and Haojing. Um, Haojing? I didn't realize that region was open. Anyway, I didn't realize that region was open. Seize the red envelope to receive the items Lucky Red Envelope. You can also purchase prosperity. prosperous prosperity. It's prosperity. I think they're supposed to write prosperous, but it's prosperity fireworks. And release personal red envelope rains, allowing nearby warlords to grab, letting off pro- prosperity fireworks can win you exclusive event rewards, including Year of the Snake exclusive avatar, Year of the Snake exclusive title, throw red envelope emote, limited time avatar frame, and other cool attire rewards. Now, we're not exactly sure what the lucky red envelope has, but considering what we've seen before, these lucky red envelopes, I think the last year's one had a bunch of just miscellaneous stuff and artillery, like special artillery, the like firework kind. And I kind of expect that. The fireworks one, apparently, setting them off will give you a chance of random rewards. As you can see here, we've got the avatar. I'm not sure if it's the. So there's two. Oh, no, wait. So the exclusive avatar, this is the exclusive avatar, but the time limited avatar frame, which is weird. The frames are pretty important part of the look, so I don't understand why they're time limited as well. So this is the frame and the avatar together. Very cool looking avatar and frame. Not that I'd ever pay for any of these things because you only see it during the loading screen. Or you can see it on the scoreboard and stuff. This is the red envelope emote, looking pretty cool. I do think some emotes I like. We also have the free doctrine removal and no kit loss in matches during the event. Removing doctrines of any quality will not require Lotus Water. Additionally, participating in siege battle, field battles, alliance quests, and other match-based gameplay via G will not consume kit. Note: World Fief battles, pursuit battles, rebel quests will still result in kit consumption. So it goes from January 27th at 0 hours to February the 2nd at 2400 hours. So that won't start immediately. It will start on the Monday. So this event doesn't start until the Monday, so be careful about that. So we have the new attire chest, gilded scales, and legendary musket attire Snake's Fortune. During the event, the gilded scales attire chest will be available under G attire chest normal. Um, Acquisition time is January 24th after maintenance to February 20th before maintenance. Drop rate details. We have the legendary musket attire Snake's Fortune at 0.5%. That's a 1 in 200 chance. Doesn't mean that you're guaranteed one within 200. It just means that if you pull 200 times, the likelihood you are probably going to get one. That's not guaranteed though. Again, sealed weapon attire from previous seasons, 14%. Uncommon and rare attires, 85.5%. The exact drop rates, check the attire chest menu. And that is, again, a artwork of the new legendary musket. Though I'm actually upset that they made it snake theme. Normally, I would say that it's better to have the legendary attires be kind of standalone instead of being part of an event or be part of the current season. But that apparently a bit too much to ask. We got Chinese New Year coming, and it just seems like a really easy sell. We also have the Flamebird returns for a limited time. During the event, the Flamebird hero attire chest will return to the evolving divine attires. You can draw from it by using illusionist keys. Event time is January 24th after maintenance to February 20th before maintenance. So blaming plume again. I don't like apparently, like, I actually haven't upgraded it, but apparently I've been told that if you upgrade these attires, you can't select lower tiers attires. You can only use the attires you have unlocked, which is really sad because it kind of locks out at the higher, like, you will only have one of six possible attires. And I'll tell you right now, I much prefer certain attires over others. And I think um I think the 3 and the 4 one for the female one is really good. The 2 and 3 for the male one is really good. I don't like the higher tier ones for the male one. Though the level 6 one's okay. I think that's how it works out anyway. I gave my like opinion on that on a different video. We also have Doctrine Alchemy, hand-picked tier 5 doctrines, drop rate boosted. So during the event, if a tier 5 doctrine appears via Doctrine Alchemy, there is a 50% chance it will be one of the following. Scorching Doctrine 5, it is a new doctrine that will be explained below. Poison Doctrine 5, that's the rattan poison one. Toughness Doctrine 5, that's the special Chinese one, which is basically a discount, very heavy armor. The Sword Cavalry Doctrine 5 probably refers to the one that unlocks the Flurry one, which is basically a basic attack. Not very good because normally you want to keep moving, and this one makes them go right on top and then do a basic attack, which is again not very great. Also, it slows them down a lot. So you also have Defense Doctrine 5. That one's probably the Defense 80 plus the 5% damage reduction. Anti-Infantry Doctrine 5, really good one, 250 against infantry and 200 block. Stamina Doctrine 5, that one basically OP on any old and charge reliant sword and shield unit. You got the Iron Cap. You got the Iron Cap Swordsman, obviously the Men at Arms, apparently low key, the Prefecture Guards. Prefecture Guards have come up and down, but they're low key OP when you shove the Stamina Doctrine on it. You also have the Unit Damage Doctrine 5, basic one, really OP, basically universally great. Yeah, the Steadfast Doctrine 5, I believe that's the very heavy armor one. Sorry, the heavy shield or the tower shield doctrine, but I don't remember which one. And I don't believe it's the hold fast one. I can't remember the effect of it, but pretty sure it'll be explained. Pretty sure Alchemy will probably have the list in game. We also have the Anti-Cavalry Doctrine 5. I do believe that's probably the one that increases damage against cavalry and decreases damage from cavalry. Might be wrong about that one. If it's the other one, I don't like that one. Increasing the slow effect by a couple of percentage points is not that great. Unless it's a flat additive increase. But 15, I think it's 10 or 15% flat additive, well, if it is a flat additive increase. Going from 60 to 75, not much of a difference. And in its entirety, you want to stop cavalry. You don't want to slow it down. Well, you want to slow it down. You want to do whatever you can, but it really doesn't matter. This cavalry moves so fast anyway, and it deals so much damage that it would either kill you, run away. It'll kill you, run away, or you'll hit it with something that will just stun it. So, yeah. Scorching Doctrine 5. So this is a new doctrine introduction, and it's part of the alchemy system. The applicable units are the Incendiary Archers, Wuxing Pikemen, the Zykelia Militia, the Kevtul Cavalry, and the Siphonarioi. Doctrine effect increases burning damage per second by 50. Pretty strong. I think it's not as good as the Rattan Poison one, but considering the units that this will apply to, Zykelia Militia will be hell. I think the Siphonarioes will have a very good one. Incendiary archers should do well, depending on how the whooshing pikemen their applies their burn damage, uh, or how many units it can hit. Should be pretty good. And obviously, Kev tools spreading burning, that's going to be hell as well. But regardless, again, a 50 increase is actually not that large of an increase, considering that the number of stacks and the application, like, the application is much higher than poison, but they don't stack very high, so you're gonna get like it's going to be a very manageable increase. Goes from January 24th after maintenance to February 13th before maintenance. We also have Fortune Bounty and Fortune Store limited time offer. So event duration. Spending sovereigns grants golden keys and the limited time event items, red lanterns. Red lanterns can be exchanged for luxurious rewards in the Fortune Store. Rewards details can be found in game under O Fortune Store. Spending calculation period is 24th of January after maintenance and to the February 13th before maintenance. Reward redemption period is 24th of January after maintenance to February 20th before maintenance. New attire or chest for exchange shop. So the legendary weapon selection chest returns, excluding the chain dart and scimitar pole arcs and the legendary musket weapon attires. So I think it's the three most recent one. So costs 300 curios, purchase limited 9. Time is January 24th after maintenance to February 13th before maintenance. We also have New Year's special offer now available. So attire such as the Monkey King, Dragons, Scale, and Jade, Billowing Wings, Silver Pass Guards, and more are now available at discounts as low as 50%. So the discount is not 50% across the board, it's up to 50%. So more popular ones will probably definitely not have a high discount. Unpopular ones will have a very high discount. Well, that's just a guess. You're going to have to see. Again, if you like attires, that's how it is. So you can check out these offers in C Store War Packs. It goes from 24th of January to February 20th, after and before maintenance. So not only do we have the new doctrine introduced, we also have a new doctrine released to the excavation. So in the windswept plains, the probability of discovering epic balance doctrine, devastation, epic combat doctrine, and epic infantry doctrine is increased. So this new doctrine is the epic balance doctrine. Quality is epic. Type defense. I hope it doesn't clash with. I don't have. Hope it does. I hope it doesn't clash with other defense type. Um, that would be really annoying. But reading the effect doesn't look like that appealing anyway. When above 50%, damage dealt is reduced by 5%, and damage received is reduced by 6%. When below 50%, damage dealt is increased by 6%, and damage received is increased by 5%. Overall, only a 1% increase doesn't seem that great. When you're above 50%, you're basically tankier. When you're below 50%, you're easier to kill, but you deal more damage. Sorry, yeah. So when you're above 50% health, you deal less damage, you take less damage, and when you're below 50% health, you deal more damage and you take more damage. So it's kind of weird. Personally, I would have flipped these around. Deal more damage when you're at high health, and then when you're at low health, deal less damage and be harder to kill. This would be really great for sustain type units, but because of how it's switched around like this, it's really okay for kind of like units that are Hail Mary types. So realistically, you want units you want units that are tougher the lower their health gets, or units that don't really care about having more. Somehow you have to get them down below 50% health in order to use to in order to deal more damage. So it's kind of weird, just kind of really weird. I don't know what kind of units that would actually use this, most likely the extra 6% above 50% would just be really good for defense type units. Um, but still, like this does not, it's not really great. This goes from January 24th to February 13th, after and before maintenance. So we have the return of the Onslaught mode. So participate in the mode directly through J Onslaught, and you can switch between Challenge mode and Endless mode. Battle rules bring a unit that can be operated by heroes to participate in the battle. I bet Lion's Roar is going to be really OP for this one, or you could probably use Wu Wei. Stuff that kind of like are just upfront strong, fairly sustained, really strong. The battle is divided into multiple rounds. Each round consists of a deployment phase and a battle phase. At the start of the battle, at the start of the deployment phase, all units and hero status are reset, fully restored, and a certain amount of leadership are provided as funds. During the deployment phase, players can consume leadership to deploy or upgrade units. The battle phase begins once deployment is complete. During the battle phase, if one side's units are entirely defeated, the round ends and the next round's deployment phase begins. Victory condition: both sides have a certain amount of morale. At the end of each round, the losing side will have their morale deducted. If the enemy's morale reaches 0, the player wins the game. Conversely, if the player's morale reaches 0, the game is lost. Talent system: complete an onslaught battle to earn talent points. Spend talent points to unlock new abilities that aid in completing the game. Formation system: units deployed during the deployment phase carry several formations. When enough units with the same formation are on the field, the formation effect is triggered. Tactics system: unlock tactics in the talent system. After unlocking tactics, there will be an opportunity to choose a tactic at the start of specific rounds. Deployment phase tactics have powerful effects that enhance your overall strength. So there are multiple progression systems that feed into kind of like this, feed into kind of like a progression system that will probably make your formation stronger, better, and make it much easier to get much further. We also have apparently economic system. There is a max limit on the number of units that can be deployed on our side, which increases with the number of rounds. Rewards is complete weekly limited time tasks to receive Conqueror's Gold. Use Conqueror's Gold to exchange for numerous rare rewards in the Conqueror's Vault, such as Pure Wisdom, Treatises, Epic Wisdom, Limited Time Doctrine Selection Chest, and more. This limited time Doctrine Selection Chest is really important what's inside of this one, but if it's probably just generic epic ones, probably not going to be that important. January 24th after maintenance to February 13th before maintenance. Purchase of Conqueror's Gold will be open on February 7th at midnight. And obviously we got some really fancy makeover. Again, got to love the red highlights for buildings. I love the red wood. Honestly, it looks so good aesthetically. Um, Other bug fixes and optimizations. Shield and Spear heroes, a new icon prompt has been added for when shield and heroes successfully block with Aegis Retribution, indicating the increase in block value recovery rate. Fixed the issue where Spartan Chosen would take additional damage during the activation of No Mercy, aside from split damage when the final node of the bottom veterancy line was unlocked. So this only affects bottom line veterancy, apparently. That's how I'm reading it. And again, I think Spartan Chosen are fairly strong. They have some sort of either CC immunity or instant recovery when they use their Spartan Vengeance. This makes them basically immune to block break and virtually unstoppable. Fixed the issue where Spartan Chosen could not use Spartan Vengeance during the activation of No Mercy. Fine, really good thing. I think in general, abilities should be able to cancel other abilities and like force cancel other abilities. So yeah, I hate No Mercy, by the way. I don't like the formation part of No Mercy. Fix the inconsistency between the actual effect and description of Spartan Chosen Veteran C knows Mustering and Landslide Force. This is probably has to do with the +1 to basic and formation attacks, and the Landslide Force, which is probably +1 to the Spartan Vengeance. Whew! That is a mouthful since I have to do this twice because for some reason my mic just decided not to record properly. I am not going to be reading the Snake's Fortune. You can read it yourself, but I will play out if you want to have a look. Again, I'll leave the links down below. We're going to be watching the little video that comes with this. Well, I hope the sound settings are okay and don't blow out your ears. But anyway, that is the Snake's Fortune. I think it's a really fun looking one, and again, thematically, it's very like consistent with the whole Chinese New Year thing. So it's just generally really fun. And do I play musket? Absolutely not. But I find the caltrops absolutely hilarious, and I would definitely would want to get this if just for the caltrops. And I don't think I don't think it's going to be much of an issue for me to kind of like accept watching all the fireworks happen. It might be a bit visually um might be a bit visually intense, like a lot of the other things, but it's way better than the Nemean Lion, than the Akuma's Claw. Maybe I just don't like fire effects, but I also don't like the Chain Down and Scimitar one. The Poleaxe one was okay, not terrible, but not great either. I think the effects were somehow muted too much because they didn't go big enough, or the aura itself, or the effect itself was just like um, too subtle somehow. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but other than that, my name is Azukai. Have a nice day. Bye for now.